Minnesota Twins. Brian Snitker's club comes to town at 66-47 on the year. Braves, as you know, atop the National League's Eastern Division. The Braves currently have a 7-game lead over Washington and the Phillies. In the American League parks, the designated hitter rule is in effect. Matt Joyce will be the Braves' DH tonight against Jake Odorizzi. And Kelsey, with that in mind, 2 more games to follow. What are the Braves' plans for the DH the rest of this series?
Thank you so much. Yeah, like you said, Chip, Matt Joyce DHing today. He will hit 7th. Snitker said he will be an option again in Game 2 tomorrow, but for on Wednesday, he thinks against the lefty, they're going to want to go right heavy. But he said the issue is that a lot of those guys he'd like to give a DH day to. He specifically noted Josh Donaldson. He said you don't want to lose him on defense, so that takes a lot of guys out of the equation. But like you said, today it is Matt Joyce. And hopefully he'll be able to contribute to the Braves, and we'll see how it goes in Game 2 and 3.
Okay, Kelsey, thank you very much. And by the way, it's been a long time since the Braves' designated hitter has hit a home run in an American League park. I can't remember who that was. Jeff, perhaps you can help us out.
I don't know. I have no idea. Is it in the game notes today?
It was, as a matter of fact. July 27th, 2016. Jeff Francoeur is the last Braves DH to homer in an American League park, and it was right here at Target Field.
That's right. But we got Jake Odorizzi tonight, and you know, you see the numbers right there. Started to struggle really the last 8 starts. This was a guy the first 3 months of the season was probably one of the best pitchers in baseball. He tends to throw that fastball up in the zone, Chip. Lately, it just hasn't had that pop to it, and guys are taking advantage of it. So look for the Braves to try to get that fastball up and get that launch angle.
Odorizzi was an all-star for the Twins. He pitched on the final Sunday before the all-star game and also came down with a blister, so he wasn't going to participate anyway, but still a wonderful first half for Jake, part of this Twins club that's off to a 69-42 start and their lead over Cleveland in the AL Central. So we'll see what the Braves have in store. Man, they've seen before. Odorizzi's given up 8 earned runs in 12 career innings against the Braves, and he's running into Ronald Acuna Jr. leading off. And coming off that big blast late yesterday at home against Cincinnati that gave the Braves a chance. A 2-run game-tying homer, the 27th of the season for Ronald Acuna. So Odorizzi's first of the night is banged foul past Gonzalez, and we are underway.
Ronald with a huge home run yesterday, like you said, to tie it. Had a couple opportunities to win it there in the 9th, and then Barnhart with the big 3-run homer off Shane Green.
So Odorizzi's second pitch of the game, a check swing. Laz Diaz said he went around, and he did. And just like that, it's 0-2.
And for you Braves fans, I know that Shane Green for 2 games hasn't exactly done what everybody really hoped, but I thought it was great listening to Bert Blyleven and some of the guys here talk about they've seen him a bunch this year with Detroit and said he's really, really good.
There's that high pitch from Odorizzi that missed up and out of the zone. Acuna took it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ronald carries a 5-game hit streak into play tonight. 70 RBIs at a .289 average. And again, that's upstairs. This was sort of the game plan that Kevin Seitzer was talking about with us before the game. Make him get the ball down.
Yeah, and when we mean down, it's top of the zone, just not what that pitch was right there, because he's going to try to expand it up.
And a swing and a miss, something off speed. Acuna strikes out on an 86-mile-an-hour breaking ball. And 1 up, 1 down in the top of the Atlanta first.
Oh, change up right there.
A lot of movement on that pitch.
Yeah, it did.
So here's Ozzie Albies, 5 hits in his last 16 tries and batting .286 overall for the season. Ozzie has 40 multi-hit games. There's that one's cut on a miss, strike 1. Twins ball club, a very good ball club. They've gotten a lot of mileage out of their starting pitching. We will see Jose Barrios here tomorrow. He's one of their aces. This Kyle Gibson in this series. And then Martin Perez, who they picked up off the scrap heap from the Texas Rangers, pitches the finale here on Wednesday afternoon. Third in the American League in ERA. Great offense. That's why they're in first place. New skipper here, Rocco Baldelli, in his first year as the manager of the Twins, following legendary Paul Molitor here.
And Rocco's done a great job. Really talked to some of the Twins guys down there and really enjoy playing. Said good communicator. Just wants you to play hard.
Didn't get that. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the Braves second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Braves this year 4 up, 4 down against American League clubs, and it's 2 up, 2 down via strikeout from Odorizzi.
That's the pitch we talked about in the pregame. That early in the year, I think a lot of guys are swinging at that. Last 7-8 starts they haven't chased. It's going to be the key right there for the Atlanta Braves. Lay off that pitch.
How much of an advantage is the unfamiliarity both starters are going to have in the early going tonight?
Yeah, big time. I mean, you always say when you've never seen a guy, the pitcher has the advantage. You know, these Twins guys, they've probably seen Soroka on TV every once in a while, but it's not like they see him, you know, like in your division, even in the American League. They know all those pitchers, not him. So it's going to be the same for him, though. He's going to have an advantage.
Freddie Freeman didn't start for the Braves yesterday. His first non-starting assignment since May the 12th. But he did come in and participate late for Atlanta. He drew a 9th inning walk ahead of the Acuna homer and then bounced out to end the game against the Reds. Big shift for Freddie. Big wall in right. What's this place like to hit in?
Well, it's never been a hitter's park, but last couple of years, balls really started to jump out of this place. You know, the Twins hitters definitely have something to do with that. They're hitting with a lot of power, but it seems the ball's carrying a lot better now than it did when it first opened.
Biggest part of the yard, obviously, is center field. Cozy porch in right for Freddie, as that one is fouled away. Great hitter's backdrop here. Max Kepler standing in the dappled sunshine in center. Might be a little bit of an issue in the early going for the hitters. There's a nice crowd cheering on Odorizzi. Wants to finish off the Braves in order here in the first. And that's bounced foul.
Jump by Freddie found that off. So that's the pitch. It's just high enough, tough to make solid contact, but at the same time, it's tough to take that, leave it up to the umpire.
Foul again. This ballpark is almost 11 acres large when you factor in all the overhanging seating and the like, and they built it on an 8-acre site. It truly is shoehorned here right behind the Target Center where the Timberwolves play. Absolutely beautiful downtown park. The pitch. Freddie lays off the breaking ball for a full count. Capacity here around 38,500 fans. And on a night like tonight, you don't miss the Metrodome.
No, this place is gorgeous during the summer.
All right, I'm here.
So Freddie's worked a deep count.
Welcome to Buffer Zone. All right.
Twins back out of their shift with 2 strikes in the pitch. It is rifled out of play. Good at bat for the Braves first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Is this working? I'm on the laptop. This is probably going to crash and burn.
And continues.
Love it. Make it work.
They'll need at least 20 pitches to get out of this first inning.
Maybe it's 10 pitch coming up to Freddie here. Got a little cutter there at 8-9.
3 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the first inning. And Freeman takes a walk. Great at bat. And you're going to hear a lot of cheering tonight. There are a ton of Braves fans who made the trip to Minneapolis for the series. They're all over downtown. Definitely come up here a bunch. And this is exactly what you want to see happen a lot in this series. Josh Donaldson absolutely destroys the Twins in this ballpark.
Yes, he does.
When you see his numbers at Target Field, you can't believe it. Of his 27 career hits, 10 of them have been homers at Target Field.
All right.
19 games. Let's see if he can do some early damage with 2 outs.
Yeah, talking to
Got a
Josh
runner
Donaldson,
on, guys.
about the hit background. They got the ivy up there now, green ivy, but for the longest time it was just painted black back there, and it was awesome to see.
1 ball, no strikes for Josh. Short lead at first for Freddie. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He tried to hit that one to St. Paul, and he came up empty. Josh was joking with our pal Joe Simpson before the game. Said, "No,
Cooking some sausage over here.
I swing the bat like Babe Ruth. No better than Babe Ruth here
Oh.
at Target Field."
He'll let you know.
Yes, he will. Good lead by Freeman. A ball and a strike for the Braves' third baseman.
We got Danny Reed, Mexican, and the legend up in the house.
It is built for power. They have left-right ability up and down the lineup.
I got it like not burned
Like
dinner.
Freeman and Josh Donaldson, if you pitch around them, they will take ball 4. They don't often expand their strike zones. Donaldson's walked 62
Trying to take your
times. Freeman's walked
sausages.
64 times. And Brian McCann is waiting on deck.
Burn that shit.
One. He looks like a different guy after Acuna and Albies swung and missed.
Hey, attack them a little more. He's been careful with Freddie and Josh. Couple change-ups on 1-1 and 2-1 to Josh.
He walked just 1 Marlin in his last start, gave up 1
Now,
run.
this must
4
be a
hits,
horrible way
and
for you
5
guys to
extra
consume
innings.
this game.
He's not gone into the 6th inning in his last 8 starts. Only a high pitch count for him, 3-1 count. And Donaldson fouls it away.
Do y'all need me to turn the volume on the game up? Let's get an audio
Twins
video
outfield.
check.
Rosario in left, Kepler in center. Cave in
Full
right,
count.
Aaron Buxton on the
Runner on
edge of
first.
separated shoulder.
The Mullet Man.
On a space in left center for Josh. That's where the 4-11 sign is, out near the bullpens. Adrianzo holds Freeman at first with a 3-2 count. And the 26th pitch. Here it is. A bullet
Ooh.
past Ron Washington.
Foul.
Nice play by the
Ripped
ballpark
it.
down the left field line. There's a missile. And a Braves fan comes up with a souvenir.
There you go.
Look at that smile.
Yep.
That's worth $1 million. Love it.
Really working Josh with these change-ups right here. 3-2. See if he keeps coming back with it, or if he tries to climb the ladder on him.
Runner goes, and a bouncing ball slowly hit left side. The glove, the grab, the gun to first is in time. And Josh Donaldson is retired in the Atlanta first. Odorizzi had to throw a lot of pitches. Mike Soroka goes to work in the bottom of the first.
Well, left Freeman on first there. That was unfortunate. All right, this is the kitchen cam. We are making tonight's recipe. This is from the old country, the motherland. When you think of Italy, do you think of Perillo tours? Ragu? No, I got some Newman's Own there. Ta-da. I know, pretty fancy. That's pretty large. Dish Network refugees, welcome aboard. We're in a break, and I don't know if I can get that scoreboard to work either. The Braves broadcast crew will return in just a sec.
As we head to the bottom of the first inning, the Braves road warrior Mike Soroka goes to work in game 1 of this series. Jeff, he is our Georgia natural gas flamethrower.
Yeah, Mike is such a solid season, but really good when he gets on the road. See that 1.2 ERA. Still undefeated in his young career on the road. Hasn't lost yet. Only 16 walks. We all know what Mike can do.
His ERA a full point lower on the road than the man with the second best road ERA in the National League, and that's Hyun-Jin Ryu. Mike keeps the ball in the ballpark. Just 6 homers, facing a Twins club that's hit about a zillion home runs, 217 to be exact, more than any other club in the major leagues. And Max Kepler, with 30 home runs, is atop their Toyota starting lineup. First one from Mike is off the plate, and his night is underway with ball 1 to Max Kepler. 30 homers and 76 runs batted in. He's only 26 years old. And last year, Jeff hit 20 homers.
That's the guy that's just continued to get better for them and really become one of the main cogs in the lineup.
Twins have 2 30-homer men in their lineup. Kepler and Cruz, who's batting third tonight. And in for a strike. So again, this will be a fascinating contrast in strength. Soroka's ability to get ground ball outs, the Twins' ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark. We'll see who comes out on top here in game 1. And that's taken a little low. For all the power the Twins have, they don't strike out a lot. Very contact-driven club, about 8 strikeouts per game. For a team that hits that many home runs, that's very good work. And this one's hit a mile high to right. Acuna on the run over near that wall, and in the corner is going to have room. It went straight up and into the glove of Acuna for out number 1. Jorge Polanco will hit next. Before he does, Jeff, what are Mike's and the Braves' Ford Keys tonight?
Hey, righties in this lineup got to lock in. Jake Odorizzi's holding righties to a 174 average this year, lowest in the American League. Soroka, as you just said, keep the sinker down. Don't let those guys elevate. And the last one, Kepler and Cruz, they got 23 home runs since the All-Star break.
This is a Twins lineup that is loaded up with left-handed hitters and switch hitters. In fact, there's only one straight right-handed hitter in their starting 9 tonight, and that's Nelson Cruz. Jorge Polanco is a switch hitter, and a good one. As you see, 55 runs batted in. He too an all-star. This one on the ground to Freddie. There's the first ground ball out for Soroka, and quickly 2 are out.
And that's to throw him a fastball, not so much a sinker there. 0-1, he's able to really kind of get the ball where he wants.
So if there's a hotter hitter on the planet right now than this guy, I'd like to know who it is. Jeff, Nelson Cruz is on an unbelievable run over the last 2 weeks.
Well, not only those numbers right there, he had a 9-day period where he had 2 3-run homer games. Or 3 home run game.
2 outs for Cruz. And Soroka gets ahead with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 4 homers and 10 RBIs among the last 6 Cruz hits. Not bad for a guy that the Minnesota Twins picked up for a year. And he has has truly solidified the middle of this lineup with C.J. Cron. Martin Perez, I told you about. The Bomba Squad, they call it, here in Minneapolis. And that is a most apropos name. 217 homers for the Twins, who reached 200 homers as a club faster than any team in the history of baseball. And a swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down for Mike Soroka. As usual, extremely efficient. Took a little off. Cruz fans, and Mike has his first of what we hope will be many 1, 2, 3 innings in Minnesota tonight.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Delta Airlines, your local Ford dealer, and by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
This is a real treat for us. We get to come to one of America's great cities and see one of my favorite ballparks. I love Target Field. I think they did this one absolutely perfectly. It's the new home of the Twins. No score after 1. Brian McCann leads off against Odorizzi, another man for the Braves who's had good luck against Jake. 3 of his 13 hits against him have been homers.
Yeah, I tell people, just don't come here in April. Start about mid-May, and it's one of the best parks in baseball.
There you go. And that one is blooped into shallow left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. There goes the no-hitter. Brian McCann leads off the second with a single. And Adam Duvall is coming up.
See Brown with a little laugh right there.
No chance for Rosario. He'll play it on 2 hops. And here's Adam Duvall. Duvall hitting .400, 5 homers, 8 RBIs. He too has seen Odorizzi. He's 2 for 5 against him. Keep talking about all the home runs that the Minnesota Twins have hit. The Braves have hit 176 themselves. Acuna 27, Donaldson 26, Freddie Freeman 26, Riley and Swanson 17 apiece. Ozzie Albies has hit 15. So Braves can slug with the Minnesota Twins. As this one's on the ground toward third. Gonzalez to second for 1. The turn way too late, 2 long throws. And Duvall trades places with Brian McCann and 1 out.
And you always got to believe, you know, the American League probably gets an extra 15, 20 home runs at it with the DH.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Braves have been on a great pace this year.
2 questions. A, how often did you DH? And B, did you like it?
Well, I'm you know me. I mean, I'm ADD, so DHing was just a nightmare. Just eat ice cream and hot dogs in between, and then by the 3rd at bat, you're done.
But it is a challenge,
no,
isn't it?
It is. It takes us. I mean, it takes a special person to be able to do that. You know, I always like being out there in the field. running around. But for some people, especially late in their career, Nelson Cruz, for instance, with the Twins, he really doesn't have a position anymore. So it's DH or nothing.
And Matt Joyce serving as the designated hitter for Atlanta tonight. I would assume if you are a regular pinch hitter, being a DH would be easier than taking on this role when you're used to being an everyday defensive player too.
It is, but then there's certain guys that can handle it. Like, Chipper always kind of DH'd whenever we went to American League Cities, give his legs a rest, and he was great at it, obviously.
Joyce held up. And 2-0 to him.
I know Snit doesn't really want to take Donaldson out. You heard Kelsey say earlier, but you might see him get a DH one of these 2 days just to get him off his feet.
Yeah, because he's been in the lineup just about every day since June 11th.
That's the toughest thing when you come here, is the idea of finding out who do you give the at-bats to, because there's a lot of guys that deserve it.
Popped up into shallow center. Polanco drifts out, and he will give way to the second baseman, Arraez, who makes the catch. That was close, and that's the second out.
I would imagine we're going to see Charlie Culberson probably DH on Wednesday, or not DH, but play on Wednesday versus the lefty Perez. Perfect time to get him in there.
Well, it's always good to have options. It's better to have choices than no choices. And Brian has plenty of them. As Johan Camargo, the Braves' 8th place hitter, in the midst of a 5-for-40 slide at the plate. Need to get him going, especially with Dansby out. See if he can chase home Adam Duvall here. That's upstairs, ball 1. It seems to me, Jeff, that the same thing that had plagued Austin Riley for a while is the same thing that's been plaguing Johan. He's 0-1, 0-2 just about every at bat.
He is, and when he does get his pitch, he just is a tick off and fouling it off.
.36 pitches now for Odorizzi, who was originally a #1 pick of the Milwaukee Brewers. Was traded to Kansas City in the Zach Greinke deal back in 2010. There were other players involved. Then he went to Tampa Bay.
The James Shields trade.
And Wade Davis.
Yep. Will Myers was a big one.
And out of Minnesota, where Jermaine Palacios went to Tampa Bay in 2018. 2-0 count. And ball 3 with Ender waiting on deck. Margot's following Kevin Seitzer's advice here.
Now, if Laz Diaz behind the plate, if he's not going to call it, yeah, make him get it down.
Will he have a green light? Let's see. No need. It missed badly. He'll start anew with Ender Inciarte. 2 on, 2 out. Second walk for Odorizzi. And Braves being very patient. 10 pitch at bat for Freddie Freeman before he walked. 4 straight to Camargo puts him aboard, and Ender's coming up. Ender's swinging it well of late for the Braves. He's reached base in 8 consecutive games. That streak continued yesterday when he reached on a force play and with a single late back in Atlanta.
Yeah, we saw him early in the cage today. Walked in there, and he's just trying to keep the same routine that he's been doing. Looks good and feels good.
5 straight misses. Ball 1. 4 homers, 17 RBIs for Inciarte. If he could line one over Adrianza's head, the Braves would be in business. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a bell tie pitch. Odorizzi got that call. Even count. One issue that plagued the Braves the last 3 games against that series against the Reds in the just completed series, runners in scoring position. They had some early opportunities and couldn't cash them in. This one comes with 2 outs in the second. Another one at the top of the zone. Ender thought it was too high.
Yeah, I think that. See, Andrew, that one was up.
Come on, NCRT. What's up, boys? What's up, A-Bomb?
Well, you want him to get the ball down, but if they're going to call it up, that changes your game plan, I would think. And instead of a 3-0 or 2-1 count, it's 1-2 for the Braves center fielder. Pop fly back toward us. And just out of reach. We are perilously close to foul ball territory here.
So this is my chance.
Be ready.
We're going to get one.
Better be ready. Oh, I forgot to say hi, Mom. Maybe another chance later. 1 ball, 2 strikes. For Odorizzi. He's about to make his 43rd pitch. And a swing and a miss. Andrew didn't like the strike zone. He has a parting shot with Laz Diaz. He strikes out. 3 of those for Jake. And we go to the home second, still 0-0.
Ender did not like the call there, but it looked like that high strike was a strike. And sorry, the scoreboard's not working, but welcome aboard to the kitchen cam. It's Paul Newman night. Got the colander ready. Thank you, Danny, for the subscribe. We're up to 117 subscribers, so make sure you crush the sub. And head on over to treasurehunt.ga. Maybe we'll get a blast from producer Beth. I'll see what I can do about the scoreboard here. That's kind of annoying. I've been using the score.com. It's a handy web page, thescore.com. We got some peppers out of producer Beth's garden. Oh, they're coming back.
Stay connected to your team with Xfinity, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves. And like some trucks, confidence starts here.
No scores. We head to the home second. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for Minnesota against Mike Soroka, who retired the Twins in order on 11 first-inning pitches. He'll start the second with Eddie Rosario. 24-homer man last year. He's got 23 this year. And 74 runs batted in. Good for 9th in the American League. And he takes a strike. He was a 4th-round pick by the Twins back in 2010. Got to the show in 2015. He'll turn 28 in September. Another left-handed batter or switch-hitting batter for the Twins in this lineup tonight. And the reason for that, the splits tell you. Right-handed batters against Soroka batting 198. Lefties hitting 283. We'll see how it works out. Popped him up. Off stride. Who wants it? Freddie Freeman foul ground. Plenty of room to make the play. And Soroka has retired 4 straight.
Well, and you saw the way one of the hottest hitters in all of baseball, Nelson Cruz, and what Mike did to him. Had him first pitch get me over, second pitch that big sinker down, then got him 2 pitches later on that slider away. It's tough. It's tough to pick it up.
Now Marwin Gonzalez stands in. He's a switch hitter, as you know. 12 homers, 35 runs batted in for him. And a line drive hit to left. And a diving grab. Great play, Adam Duvall. A sinking line drive, and Duvall speared it before it caught the turf. 2 outs.
People forget how good of an outfielder Adam Duvall is. Great play.
Nice backhanded diving catch.
As much emotion as we're going to see from Mike out there.
He set down the first 5. Here's Luis Arraez. He leads all American League rookies in batting average. No kidding. 353 his mark. He's gotten on base in 40 of 46 games. What a find he's been. An undrafted free agent 6 years ago. He hit everywhere in the minor leagues. You don't see too many big league players, Jeff, come to the show with a 329 minor league batting average for his career.
No, you can hit the whole time down there. Chances are you're going to hit up here.
He's only 22. As this one is lifted foul down the line. And speaking of 22, that's what Mike Soroka is now. Mike celebrated his birthday yesterday.
It's getting so old.
I'll say it before you do. I have ties that are older than Mike.
Oh, we know that. Prove it every night.
No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Look, I wore the purple paisley because we're near Paisley Park.
And this is Prentice Town.
Right. And maybe a raspberry beret tomorrow. You never know. The pitch with 2 outs is skied to center, but right at Ender. He'll retreat a step or 2, and Mike Soroka is perfect. 3 up, 3 down in the first, 3 up, 3 down in the second. Top of the order coming up for their second look at Odorizzi. No score.
All right, guys, 0-0. And I just got busted with the Yankee Stadium backdrop. God, let me hide that before anybody catches me. Busted. All right, wire showing. Oh, that sucks. That's crap. I made it worse. We're gonna fix all that. What the fuck was I gonna say anyway? Oh yeah, moderators. I got a task for the moderators tonight. If you see String Cheese, aka Butterhead, you might just have to bounce him. Go ahead and block him and stalk him and sock him. Yeah, I've made my own pasta sauce. We're coming back.
He fired up. He did not see eye to eye with the home plate umpire, Manny Gonzalez, and rifled a 2-run home run for Atlanta to get the game tied. Braves had runners second and third with 1 out. Couldn't push across the winning run. But Ronald Acuna Jr. nonetheless is our Yellowwood bringing the lumber feature. And in his last 19 games, Jeff, well, he's doing what he continues to do.
Yeah, and what makes him so good is look at that. 15 RBIs, 14 runs. He's doing it both ways.
So Atlanta's seen Odorizzi. They've seen a lot of pitches, 43 of them the first time through the order. Acuna struck out his first time. Let's see what he has in store for us here in the 3rd inning. And way outside, ball 1. Couldn't pull the trigger on that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Odorizzi got an extra day of rest. He was scheduled to pitch yesterday for the Twins, but they wanted to make sure he pitched in this game. Not only with the first place Braves in town, but after we leave, the Indians are here. So Odorizzi is going to pitch twice on this homestand.
He just caught a break right there. That ball was off the plate a good bit.
So big strike zone for Laz Diaz, it appears early. 1-2 count. And even that one too high. 2-2. Twins are 3 games in front of Cleveland. They are 34-21 at home. And 27-13 against their division, the AL Central. It's a good club. Real test for both teams tonight. And that's way high. Another deep count. He's thrown a lot of full counts at the Braves so far and has walked 2 of the first 9 hitters. And Acuna didn't get it. That one cut away from him. He struck out twice. Odorizzi has 4 punch outs in the game. He's not looking like a guy with a 7.43 ERA in July.
No, he outer part a little bit up. Had some nice run to it. Just kind of got it right past him.
Ozzie struck out in his first trip. There's that big lollipop curve for a free strike. 0-1.
Split change there. Got Ozzie off speed.
The 0-2 pitch is lifted to center, and Max Kepler broke back. Now comes galloping in. He's got it. 2 outs. And once again, it's Freddie Freeman who had the long first inning at bat. 10 pitches earned him a base on balls.
And Ozzie's not one to get jammed too much, but you see even for him at 94, you see that lollipop curveball, and that's split change. Makes that fastball that much better.
Freddie Freeman's 4 for 8 in his career at Target Field. It doesn't matter where he plays, he hits. 301 average, 86 runs batted in. And tomahawk high for ball 2. It'll be interesting to see how many pitches Freddie gets to hit in this series. But you're playing with fire with Josh Donaldson waiting on deck. There was one, and it's fouled away. Freddie Freeman's our Georgia lottery hitting the jackpot feature. Nice hot streak for the Braves first baseman. And for the most part, a day off yesterday. Let's see if that pays dividends with a shift on. And he took it ball 3. Lined over the shortstop's head and into left field. That, American League fans, is a patented Freddie Freeman at bat. So he has the second hit. Innings alive for Josh Donaldson.
Just so good. I only saw one fastball that whole at bat, way up and in. 3-1. Try to throw that split change to get him out front, and Freddie just hits it to left field.
Right off the end of the bat and one-handed.
I was going to say his hand came off.
So again, here's Donaldson. We showed you his ridiculous numbers in this ballpark. This would be a nice time to touch off a homer. He's hit 5 career homers against Odorizzi. Freddie back on a close play. Kepler very deep in center. Rosario normal depth in left. And again to first. Jake Cave is the Twins right fielder tonight. And Byron Buxton sadly not able to play on the injured list with a bum shoulder. He separated his shoulder, banging into the wall. He's an exciting player. The pitch is downstairs, ball one.
Not giving either of these guys much to hit.
Nope.
Got Josh out front on an off-speed pitch last time.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the Braves lineup. You can pitch around some guys, but it's next man up, and the next man up's often just as deadly. Donaldson ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. And that missed badly, ball 3. Ryan McCann's on deck. He had a bloop single leading off the second. He was forced out in that inning.
Yeah, Josh is on go here, though. If he sees a fastball somewhere around the inner part, maybe a little bit up.
And he was out of the batter's box on his way to first when that ball was still 3 feet in front of the plate. Wow, he knew that was ball 4. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I think he's just saying, you know what, you're not giving me anything to hit. I'm just going to walk to first. I like it. Look at this.
He was a step toward first base before it was in the catcher's glove. That's 3 walks.
2 more on with 2 out.
The umpires don't like that. Don't show up the umpire.
Make him pay. B-Mac, 36 RBIs for him. Shift on. Strike 1. Well, at least at this point in a scoreless game, the Braves have a moral victory. They are really working deep counts against Odorizzi. He's up over 60 pitches. Got to cash some of these runners in. Pitch.
That's kind of what they did to Bauer 2 nights ago. Over 104 2/3. Knocked him out and got to the pen. He's throwing a lot of those split changes tonight, really trying to get the left-handed hitters to roll over the top. So far, they've done a pretty good job of laying off.
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, last year, this guy had the lowest ground ball percentage in Major League Baseball. And with, as you said, the power the Braves had, the friendly confines that Target Field has turned into, you can understand why he wants to keep the ball down and get soft contact. Ryan's in the driver's seat. The pitch popped him up right in the center of the diamond, and Polanco is playing in the shift. He's right at the bag, and he'll make the play, and that retires the side. Braves are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Odorizzi navigates his way through the top 5 and the top 3 innings tonight.
All right. 0-0. Braves Twins tonight on the kitchen cam. We are making some spaghetti. We're using whole sausage, so I'm going to take the sausage out of the oven. It's I fried it a little bit to kind of brown it, and I put it in the oven. And definitely inspired by a trip A-Ball and myself had to the Mad Hatter, no, it's called the Mad Italian in Atlanta. So I'm just going to take the whole sausages here. It's turned into a cooking show. Put that right in the sauce there. Got 5 pieces, so I'll have some left over to take to work tomorrow. Alright. Saute a little onion and pepper and I don't know, man, I don't want to get everybody all hungry, but you know, eat your heart out. Put that on a bed of salted pasta. Bam! Alright, we should be coming back to the game here in a moment. Sponsored by TreasureHunt.com. Crush the TreasureHunt.ga. We ain't got no .com yet. Crush the sub, brah.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to SunTrust Park. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem special check-in offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Jeff and I start a 7-game road trip tonight in Minneapolis, 3 with the Twins. Tomorrow night, that man will return to the Braves rotation.
Welcome back. Good sight to see. Looking forward to seeing him back out there. It'd be a big pickup for the Braves.
He had a terrific run at AAA. 5-1 with Gwinnett. 45 strikeouts, 17 walks. Jeff, and a sub-4 ERA, which we hope continues tomorrow against Jose Barrios. Was really good too. So Ere Adrianza, former San Francisco Giant, and their first baseman tonight, leads off. He was claimed off waivers from the Giants. And soft contact on the ground toward Camargo. He's got it. Ground ball out number 2. Turned in by Mike Soroka. And 7 up, 7 down.
That's what Mike can do. He's so good at it. Even when he gets behind 2-0, he's able to get a ground ball like that. Guy being a little bit of aggressive. Little two-seamer running off the plate and get him to roll over.
This is Jason Castro. He's the Twins catcher. Well, anytime you think of the Minnesota Twins and great catchers, you think of Joe Mauer, whose number was retired by the Twins after a wonderful career here behind the plate, and then again at first base. Concussions knocked him from behind the dish. And if memory serves, for one final moment, he put the gear on and squatted behind home plate before shaking hands and retiring.
Riding off in the sunset.
Good for him.
Good career.
Local kid, former #1 overall pick.
I thought you were going to say A.J. Pierzynski.
AJ's face was in the media dining room here.
Yes.
One ball, one strike. This one in the air towards center. Ender got a good jump. And he makes that play, and it's 8 in a row retired by Soroka. And the number 9 hitter for the Twins is the man replacing Byron Buxton. It's Jake Cave.
And I think the one thing these hitters, probably for the Twins, are all coming back in the dugout. When you never face Mike, you hear a lot of guys say, you watch him and he's so fluid and the ball explodes out of his hand that I think it gets on guys and moves a lot quicker than they think. It's all slow motion until he throws it. I think guys have a tough time picking it up.
Cave was called up Saturday. Originally a Yankees prospect. Reds took him in the Rule 5 draft. Twins reacquired him in the Rule 5 draft back in 2016. He's hitting .198 in the big leagues. 0-2.
Couple of good sliders. Good job by B-Mac. No, a young guy, aggressive hitter, trying to get that first pitch fastball on 2 sliders.
That's Mike in a nutshell. When he's on, it's 10, 11, 12 pitches an inning. Couple ground outs. As this one's cracked out of play, right side and into the seats by Jake Cave. Braves already have the best defensive play of the game. That was the diving catch off the bat of Marwin Gonzalez. Adam Duvall robbed him of a hit back in the second. And another 1-2 out of play. Big crowd tonight. Twins have been drawing great. Why wouldn't they? They're in first place. Huge series with the Braves. Even bigger one coming up for them with the Indians next. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 9 up, 9 down for Soroka with a couple of strikeouts. He is on time tonight. We go to the 4th inning. Duvall, Joyce, and Camargo are coming up. Let's give Mike Soroka a lead. No score.
All right. We are in a break-a-rooney. I'm about to crush some pasta. That sausage is ready. The pasta is ready. And we just put a 60-watt bulb in the studio. Remember how dark it was? Still, yeah, that isn't really 60 watts. Isn't going to do you shit. So far, 2 hits for the Braves, no runs. Minnesota is hitless. What's up, clock? Yeah? Uh-huh. Claw says, go Braves.
As we head to the 4th inning here at Target Field, and we were told earlier in the week that Dansby Swanson was expected to come off of the IL with that bruised heel, and he was not. So he actually stayed in Atlanta to receive treatment, and Brian Snitker told us today that he will need to play at least 1 rehab game before he is activated back up here at the big league club. There is no timetable on his return, but they said Miami is not out of the question. But Jeff, this is an injury that they were hoping was not going to be that serious, and it sidelined him for a lot longer. It was a freak injury trying to beat out a double play. The cleat rammed into the back of his heel, and it just bruised it. I mean, really bad. Have you ever dealt with anything like that?
No, luckily I wasn't that fast, so I never had to worry about that. No, but in all seriousness, you know, that's one of those injuries we talked about the other day. You don't want to ever sit there and say, but the Braves are up 7 games in the division, so you can afford a little bit to be able to get Dansby healthy. Do we miss him out there? Absolutely. I think we all can see that. But at the same time, you know, you need him going down the stretch. And if he can't be 100%, so if it's another 3-4 days and it's Miami late, I'm okay with it.
Adam Duvall, the batter, with a 1-1 pitch. And it's got to be frustrating for Dansby, too, because you know he wants to stay off the heel. But you got to walk around. I mean, it's not like you can just put your feet up and not do anything.
Well, and then the frustrating thing is if you miss 4 or 5 games, even right at 10, but you start missing, you know, 17, 18 games. The other thing is, you know, how long is it going to take me to, you know, get the feeling back like he was hit at the plate?
The way Dansby described it to me is anybody who's driven long distances with your foot on the accelerator, now the bottom of your heel gets kind of numb and sore. When you're driving a long way for a couple hours, that's what the heel feels like.
Did you tell him there's cruise control?
I think he did. But still, what an aggravating, nagging injury for Dansby, whom we hope will be back sooner rather than later for the Braves. Duvall, Joyce, and Camargo coming up. No score. Odorizzi and Soroka, two All-Stars pitching like them tonight. Braves have had a lot of traffic, but they've also had a lot of strikeouts. That's the fifth. Duvall caught looking, and one away from Matt Joyce. Odorizzi averages about a strikeout an inning pitched. He had 113 of them in 108 innings or so coming into play.
He's throwing quite a bit of off speed, which we talked. The Braves are a great fastball hitting team, so you throw that many off speed pitches, sometimes you get caught looking at a heater.
Broken bat by Joyce, and that'll go down a hero. A single to center. So Atlanta has 3 base hits in the game. Joyce aboard in front of Johan Camargo. That for Matt Joyce snaps an 0 for 12. And another ball, Jeff, off the end of the bat.
That thing shattered right by the handle. Got enough of the split, just like Freddie. Freddie was able to get a little more on it to left field, but keeps throwing that though. One of these lefties is going to hang one, and they're going to put it in the right field seats.
We are told that right field plaza above the bleachers has gone through some changes. They added some AstroTurf, and they've got a baseball field, kind of like what we have outside at the Battery. In front of the Georgia Power Pavilion, kids can run around, play a little wiffle ball out there. Very fan friendly.
Yeah, the way the park's kind of configured, obviously in left field and right field, it goes straight up. But it's a lot like SunTrust Park as far as there's, when it goes down up top in the left and right, it's not really a bad seat in the house.
Well, I got one that might be bad. First the pitch to Johan Camargo. Out in right center field, above the scoreboard, at the very top and left. Yeah, up there.
By the Pepsi sign?
No, thank you. Section 237.
I have to get you a ticket.
No.
Let me see if we can get Kelsey to go all the way up there.
You're thinking right. I mean, that is big time vertical. Camargo swings and misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, they really had to shoehorn this stadium into a very small parcel. 8 acres of land in a ballpark that's footprint is really 11 acres if you count all the overhangs. Just magnificent. The pitch. A slash toward left. Rosario drifts back. He's got plenty of room. And back to first goes Joyce. Camargo's retired. 2 are out for Ender. Let's see if he gets a better strike zone from Laz Diaz after he complained in the 2nd inning.
Better at bats tonight by Johan, I feel like. I know he didn't get much to hit the first at bat when he walked, but worked the count a little bit and had a good cut there. And it's important to try to get him going, because the way it sounds like with Dansby, it's going to be at least another 3, 4, 5 games that Johan's going to have to fill in at short.
Matt Joyce has the 3rd of the Braves' 3 hits tonight. Ender struck out swinging his first time up. If we're seeing a pattern from Odorizzi, it is a noticeable desire to not throw fastballs to this offense. And I don't blame him a bit. He's thrown that split change a lot. Throwing some curveballs too. 0-1. And there's that pitch up and out of the zone that looks so tantalizing, but isn't a strike. 0-2. fly ball hit to right. Cave on the run to the track is going to have room. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit on man left. Top of the order coming up for the Twins. Still no score. Well, in the last series against the Reds, the Braves tallied 29 hits. That means fans get 29% off tickets for remaining 2019 regular season games. This sale is only for a limited time, and it starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. and ends at midnight Wednesday, August the 7th. The Braves will have the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Marlins coming up on the next homestand. So we hope you'll join us. So second time through the order for Mike Soroka, who threw 32 pitches to retire the first 9 Twins. Max Kepler flied out to start the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, Max was the only guy that really got in a good count against Mike. Had a 3-1 pitch and just missed it to right field. And after that, Mike settled down and started pounding the strike zone.
Popped him up again. Ozzie and Freddie. A lot of foul ground down that line. Freddie says he's got it. Kepler's hit it in the air twice. And it's 10 up, 10 down for Soroka to start his night.
I always like the way Mike's pitches, but I'll tell you what, that fastball tonight is really jumping out of his hand. I mean, he's sitting 94, 95 right now, painting corners.
Polanco grounded out to Freddie Freeman, his first time up. Switch hitter, 315 hitter from this side of the plate. And that's a little low. Fifth in the American League in hits. 6th in doubles, 7th in triples, 6th in total bases. Really talented offensive player. "26 years young, out of the Dominican Republic." Ball 2. Two years ago, the Twins won 85 games and made the American League wild card. This one on the ground, Ozzie, soft contact, and that's the second out. Last year, Jeff, they went 78 and 84. Will Sano really struggled for them. He's a big part of their offense. He slumped to just 13 homers, was limited to 71 games. The Twins decided to change directions as Paul Molitor was not brought back to manage this club. Well, now Rocco Baldelli and these additions, Cruz, Cron, and Perez, have helped them jump to the top of the AL Central. And look, get a guy with 30 home runs in the middle of your lineup, you should improve. And this one on the ground. Ozzie's got it. Jump throw, and it'll be an infield hit. Tough way for the no-hit bid to be broken up. Cruz guides one up the middle. And that's the first Minnesota base runner in the game.
And another good pitch by Mike. Just happened to be in the perfect spot. Weak ground ball. Just good try by Ozzie. And Nelson Cruz has been signing a lot of one-year deals. And I think he's 39 now, 38, 39. But he's one of those guys that continues to put up numbers. And I think a lot of people just get scared in the fact thinking, okay, this has got to be the last year that he can do what he's doing.
Well, you look at his numbers in Seattle, and you know better than anybody how big that ballpark plays. As Eddie Rosario, their cleanup hitter, stands in. Mike to the stretch for the first time, and that one stroked toward the gap in left center. Ender's going to cut that off, and Cruz has to slam on the brakes. They throw behind him, and he's back safely. Back-to-back hits now for the Twins. But Nelson Cruz in Seattle, 2 40-homer seasons, a 39-homer and 37-homer year.
Well, I mean, you know, there's 4 or 5 guys in the game where it doesn't matter what park they play in. When they hit them, they're going to go out.
Went off the end of the bat, but up, and Rosario didn't miss it. Now Marwin Gonzalez hits. Remember, he hit the sinking line drive caught by Duvall back in the second inning. So the first threat for the Twins, back-to-back 2-out singles.
And you think Brian would know a lot about Marwin and his approach. Played with him on the Astros for a few years, the World Series team in 17.
Right across the shoe tops. Ball 1. Minnesota Twins entered action tonight as the only team in the big leagues with a slugging percentage as a team over 500. That has never been done before in the history of the game. They're at .501. Entering play tonight, Soroka has held them in check with 2 soft singles. But they've got a threat here in the 4th inning with Gonzalez up there and 2 out. Little pop to Camargo on a hop. He fields quickly, fires to first. Freeman dug it out, but it's in for an infield hit. 3 soft singles. A little looping one-hopper to the shortstop, and Gonzalez beats it out at first. And he beat it, and now they're loaded.
Talk about 3 soft singles.
So here's Rise, who flied out to center. Again, he's hitting .353 coming in. Dangerous man. And Mike gets ahead of him with a strike. This is his first at bat of the season with the bases loaded. Line drive left field. That's going to score a couple of runs. Minnesota takes a 2-0 lead. 4 consecutive 2-out hits.
Well, right here, you're going to see on the replay why Mike's so mad at himself right here. Honestly, his first mistake of the night. Tried to go in right here, and he left this ball out over the plate where just slapped it to left field. And you can see his frustration right after he threw it. Trying to go in, look at that, away and up.
So 3 soft hits, and that one well hit. And Minnesota strikes first here in the 4th. 4 consecutive singles for a team that's known for its home run hitting prowess. And Adrianza stands in. First and second, 2 outs and 2 in. Soroka retired the first 11 in order. Cruz with that little dribbler up the middle. got this rally started. Downstairs, ball one.
Mike's frustrated. This is where you got to find a way to calm down, make some pitches here, and get yourself out of this inning.
You know, Ender's going to complain about that. Soroka didn't think much of that call. Looked like it was a strike, but called a ball.
It's one of those sometimes where, you know, Brian set up away and he pulled it. Still a strike, though.
15 pitches in the inning for Soroka. The pitch is pulled toward first. Freddie's got it, knocked it down. Mike to the bag, and that puts out the fire. Minnesota with 4 singles with 2 outs. They played the game's first 2 runs. Arraez gives Minnesota a 2-0 lead. Top of the 5th inning, and it's brought to you by the all-electric Audi e-tron. Unfortunate break for Mike Soroka. 4 consecutive 2-out hits has given Jake Odorizzi a lead. Time for the Braves bats to get something going here. Acuna and Albies are 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Freddie Freeman's gotten on base twice. Let's see if 3rd time through the order Atlanta has some more luck. A swing and a miss by Acuna.
Good swing by Ronald there. That's a pitch he likes to go after.
And that time it wasn't called a strike. Right at the top of the zone. 1-1 the count. 80 pitches for Odorizzi. 27 of them in the first inning. He has not gone into the 6th inning since June 15th. That was 8 starts ago. So this might be the time that you make something happen against the Twins righty. Acuna's got a 5-game hitting streak that he tries to keep alive tonight. He's got the count even. And another 3-2 pitch coming.
Braves hitters really done a good job of laying off that split change. Haven't really been able to hit the heater up, but they have laid off that and got his pitch count up.
Well, he's a 12-game winner. He knows what he's doing. Odorizzi 12-5, a 3.73 ERA in the American League. As you said, with the designated hitter, an extra offensive player, that's really good work for Odorizzi, who normally gets a lot of run support. He's got 2 to play with so far tonight. And he just struck out Acuna for the 3rd time swinging. 6 strikeouts, 1 away. Here's Albies.
This looks like Ronald's looking for that off speed. He's getting beat by that heater tonight. It's the same pitch he struck out on the second at bat. Fastball out over the outer part of the plate, moving back. You said they're making him work, they're just not able to finish him off.
Ozzie struck out and popped out. He seems to be changing his pattern a little bit. A few more fastballs, and they are not soft fastballs. He's 93-94. That is pulled toward first. And Brianza to the pitcher covering. 2 quick outs. Albies and Acuna 0 for 6. And when Freddie Freeman's been able to put together these long at bats, they've all come, Jeff, with 2 outs.
That's the one thing he's done. He's hasn't really enjoyed facing the 3-4-5 right now, the Atlanta Braves, but he's been able to, for the most part, get those guys without anybody on base.
10 pitch at bat for Freddie in the first. He walked. And he had a 3rd inning single over the shortstop's head back in inning number 3. Atlanta has 3 singles tonight. And that one behind Freddie Freeman. That was a bad miss. Ball 1. He tried to hit the target. It was not a bullseye, thankfully.
I think he slipped or something. Because it wasn't a fastball, it was like a little slider.
Lifted toward left field and deep. Rosario back to the wall. It's gone. A home run the other way for Freddie Freeman. Number 27 for the Braves first baseman, and it's now a 2-1 game. When he starts hitting them out that way, that is a sign he's about to go on a big-time tear.
Pitch is up. Freddie gets just enough, puts it out. Sometimes I'll tell you what, you see what a day off does. Gives him a chance just to relax. Comes back, looks like a different hitter tonight.
So here's Josh Donaldson. The Braves are on the board. And a breaking ball for a strike. .367 feet. The tail of the tape, the pitch. Good cut, fell back. Josh Donaldson, our Zaxby's indescribably good player. He's heating up. And 18 homers since June the 11th, when he and Joe Musgrove chatted near the first base line at SunTrust Park.
You're going to really look back on this season. Point out between the Musgrove incident and him doing that curveball machine. It was either that day or the next day. Really, ever since then, he's been a different guy. Dangerous.
2-1 game thanks to Freddie Freeman's 5th inning homer. And another good take. 2-2. As we told you, Josh Donaldson loves hitting in this park. 10 homers in 19 career games at Target Field. See if he can reel in Odorizzi here with 2 outs. Line drive the other way. That'll bring McCann up with a chance to put the Braves in front. So all the offense in this game so far, partner, has come with 2 outs.
And it's come from 3, 4, 5 hitters. That Joyce also a knock, but
nice approach by Donaldson to take that ball the other way. And it gives Brian McCann a chance. He's singled and he's popped out. And McCann 3 career homers against Odorizzi. 1 here would turn the game into the Braves' favor.
Brian's telling him I want that pitch for Soroka. He's throwing Brian a lot of split changes tonight. See if he hangs one here to him. Brian's done a good job of taking them.
Braves have out hit him 5-4, trailed 2-1. Back our way, and just out of reach. We've got some protective signage right in front of the radio and TV booths here.
Smoked it.
And McCann's down to his last strike, 0-2. Strike 3 called.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's 2 out of 3 pitches that were very, very wide. It has been a
that's
big,
brutal right there.
It has been a big and inconsistent Laz Diaz strike zone tonight for the Braves offense. Freddie Freeman hits one the other way, 367 feet, deep enough to get the Braves on the board. It's 2-1. Here in Minneapolis, maybe not with the strike zone tonight. Braves are in fine feather, leading the National League East. Sculpture Garden here in downtown Minneapolis.
Well, we need to go check that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why not?
You already had your ice cream with the cherry on top, so that sculpture might be a little redundant for you. 2-1 game now as Mike Soroka goes to work with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Coming up, Castro, Cave, and Kepler. Line drive on the first pitch. They're not going to wait to get the 2 strikes against Mike. Acuna's throw is on the money, and they got him. What a play.
Wow, great throw. That right there is why I love Ronald in right field. He got over, played that ball perfect off the wall. Even bobbled it a little bit and still put it right on the money. I mean, that throw, if it's anywhere else, he's safe.
Ball beat him. Tag on the knee. And the Twins might be thinking about a challenge here. And they are going to take a look at this bang bang play at second. We'll take another look as well. Castro for the moment out on a 9-6 laser from Ronald Acuna Jr. to Johan Camargo. Ball beat him. Looks like he tagged him on the knee.
Definitely not going to be able to overchange it from that angle.
I'll give Ronald this. On a night where he's 0 for 3 at the plate, he hasn't let his offensive frustrations carry over into the field. That was a perfect strike. Here's a better angle.
And even at that, though, you can't tell where or when he tagged him. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, they got him on the knee. So the Twins gamble and lose here in the 5th inning. They lose their challenge in their half of the 5th inning. And Cave is coming up with 1 out. That's a single and a 9-6 put out of Castro at second base.
That'll be good. Help Mike out right there. After the last inning, not getting any breaks on those ground balls. Got a break right there.
Yeah, you look at the splits for Soroka. He throws so many strikes that teams go after him on the first pitch, and if they hit it solidly, they've had 400 against him. When they don't, soft contact and an out. So it really is a roll of the dice when you face him. That time Castro singled but was thrown out. What you love about Mike is with 2 strikes, he usually puts hitters away. Not necessarily with a strikeout, but they put it in play with not much steam behind it.
And that's how he keeps his pitch count where it's at, 51.
Sharply hit this time. Ozzie had a trickle behind, and the throw to first just in time. Caves retired. He was busting it down the first base line and almost reached with 1 out. Twins can't challenge it. They just burned their one and only challenge on the Castro play. So back to the top. Here's Kepler. He's 0 for 2. He's flied out and he's grounded out. Line into center. Ender on the run to the track. He's going to turn. It's gone. Another hit on a first pitch. The 31st homer for Kepler. Told you that was going to be the challenge for the Braves in this series. The Twins now with 218 homers, and Kepler got full extension.
He did. He's popped up both his first 2 at bats, the inner part of the plate, one to right field, one to Freddie. He didn't miss that one. That was a line shot.
So 31 homers for Max Kepler, 218 for Minnesota, and they get the Freddie Freeman run back to extend their lead to 3-1. Remember, this kid hit 20 homers last year in a full 2018 season. Kepler now 5 home runs behind Mike Trout of the Angels. And with 77 RBIs, he's now 4th in the American League with Jose Abreu of the White Sox. 421-foot homer. Only the 7th long ball allowed by Mike Soroka this year.
It's a good piece of hitting too. It wasn't a horrible pitch by Mike. It was off the edge a little bit, strike, but he stayed on it.
Mike trying to continue his perfect road run. He's 6-0 away from SunTrust Park. He's down 2 runs as Minnesota bats in the 5th. And this one hit right into the shift. Camargo's got it, and his throw to first is in time. Max Kepler ambushed to first pitch in the 5th inning. Minnesota back to a 2-run lead. to a 2-run lead. That's an excellent point, Jerome. In fact, over this hot stretch for the Mets, they have doubled their playoff chances. They went from 14% to 29%. As this one's popped up by Adam Duvall on the first pitch, right at Kepler. He's got a homer and he's got a catch. And Duvall is 0 for 3. We will see the Mets when we come home after our 4-game series with the Marlins. The Mets didn't make any deals with their starting pitching. They added Marcus Stroman. So that'll be a big series for Atlanta, who plays the Mets a lot here in the final 2 months.
Yeah, this first 7 games, you talk about Braves hitters are going to see some arms coming into town.
And after the Mets, it's the Dodgers, who Atlanta hopes to catch for the best record in the National League. Then Miami with their young pitching, which gave Atlanta some trouble. So fasten your seatbelts.
I'm optimistic, but I don't think anybody's catching the Dodgers.
They're awfully good, aren't they?
Yeah.
But a man can dream as we trail 3-1 here in game 1. Rizzi now still pumping those low 90 fastballs. He has had excellent stuff. Right around 100 pitches. Minnesota's bullpen gets working. As Matt Joyce is one of the Atlanta hits. Braves have 5 in total. That one's popped up into a cotton candy sky here in Minneapolis. What a beautiful night. Heavy rain showers about an hour, hour and a half before first pitch. But absolutely glorious baseball weather. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Harper is the man getting ready in the Twins' pen. Originally drafted by the Braves. So his heart will be pumping. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 2 pitches for Odorizzi.
Right by Matt. That's the thing, the Braves hitters, they haven't had bad at bats. They've gotten in good counts. Even deep counts, 2-2, 3-2. They just, besides a couple guys in line, they haven't been able to do anything with it.
Camargo on deck. First, the 3-2 pitch. And it's banged into the Twins dugout. And then on the ricochet out to Eric Young. Get it over the net, EY. Yes. Three and 2. Bounce toward first. And it'll be scooped up by Adrianza. 2 outs. And Johan Camargo, the batter, 0 for 1 with a walk. Johan 5 for his last, 41 at the plate. Took a shot at left field his first time up, but Rosario tracked it down.
Oh, Johan really working today, trying to get that foot down. He's got that big leg kick, and Saint's got him really out of whack off timing. See him right there trying to get it down, allow him to see the ball. It's one of those, a leg kick. You know, it's a little bit like toe tap. When you're going good, it is so nice because you're on time, but when you're struggling, it's tough.
A little late at 94 miles an hour. He's down to his last strike. 1-2. This will be Odorizzi's last inning. High pitch count. He leads 3-1. And a little pop into left. That'll be caught by Rosario. And 109 the pitch count for Odorizzi. 6 innings of terrific ball. Freddie Freeman's homer the only blemish. He enjoys a 2-run lead. Minnesota. Let's enjoy a quick word from your local Chevy dealer.
Visit your Georgia Drive Chevy dealer before August 20th for a chance to win a meet and greet with Jeff Francoeur.
Mike Soroka gave up 2 runs on 4 2-out hits in the 4th inning. Gave up a first pitch homer to Max Kepler with 2 outs in the 5th. Now he's got Cruz, Rosario, and Marwin Gonzalez coming up. He's only thrown 60 pitches tonight.
It's a lot different. Odorizzi's 109 now is likely done for the game. Mike's got a low pitch count, but they were able to take advantage of that 1 inning with some
couple soft hits.
Yeah. Yep.
But they all count as the Twins trying to win their 35th home game and their 70th game overall this year. That was right down the middle, knee high, and not a strike. I tell you what, I don't complain about the umps too often. Laz Diaz had a rough night.
And he's just telling guys that it's outside. They're trying to set up in, but
it's right down the middle.
Yeah. So if you look at the little pitch track, I guarantee you that's split in the middle.
So full count for Soroka. Mike hasn't had many of those tonight. That's fouled away here again in the bottom of the 6th inning, presented by Wells Fargo. We join you from Target Field in Minneapolis. Moving toward 9 o'clock local time in game 1 of this 3-game series between two first-place heavyweights. Kelsey Wingert's reporting by the Braves dugout tonight. Chip and Jeff with you. And we'll be with you all road trip long. Pitch is popped up. Camargo is short, in on the grass. And he puts that away shoulder high for out number 1.
What a pitch here, Chip, by Mike. You talk about 3-2. Watch, this is the only spot he can put it on Nelson Cruz where he can get him to pop it up right there. Inner part of the plate so he can't get extended. That ball's out over the plate. We've seen what Nelson Cruz has done all year. Perfect pitch by Mike. Way to execute.
Rosario 1 for 2 with a run scored. 6-game hitting streak for Eddie Rosario now. The pitch to him. And taken low, ball 1. Phillies are in Arizona tonight. Washington's in San Francisco. Braves, as we told you, have a 7-game divisional lead over both of those clubs. Still a lot of baseball left to be played. Braves, though, in a stretch where they've gone 8-10 in their last 18 games. Phillies gone 10-7 in that stretch. Washington 9-10. The Mets 14-5, counting their win in game 1 of their doubleheader today. That's why you got to keep an eye on New York. The pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Another pop up. This one over the Braves dugout into the big crowd. Twins have gone over 1.5 million in attendance, averaging 27,000 per game or so. The deeper they go in first place, the bigger their crowds seem to get. Great for baseball. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Mike took something off. And Rosario swung over the top. That's Soroka's 3rd strikeout. This kid knows how to pitch. It's just fun to watch him carve up good lineups. And it just died at the back point of the plate.
I think what's so fun is he just turned 22 yesterday. Just the way he comes back from stuff. You know, that last inning, 2 innings before when he had the bases loaded, gave up 4 singles and then the home run, and just, you know, you wouldn't know it either way.
Well, you know how good the Braves have been in the 7th inning and beyond. He's still very much in this game. One figures Odorizzi's night is finished. See what the Braves can do with Minnesota's bullpen, if that is indeed Rocco Baldelli's call. As that's fouled away by Marwin Gonzalez.
Yeah,
just like that, it's 0-2.
I can imagine he'd send Odorizzi back out there at 109.
Well, the question is, can anybody pitch any better than he did out of the bullpen? Or not?
Yeah. He has struck out Acuna 3 times. Whether he wanted to see him one more, he's up second, but I still think might be it for him. It's a season high for him.
That's fouled at first. Nice play. Still 0-2. It was Tommy Watkins, the Twins' first base coach, who made that nice grab. And another 0-2 pitch. Mike Soroka trying for his 11th win. Odorizzi trying for his 13th. Right now the Twins right-hander has the lead with 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch. First shot foul. Tomorrow night we'll welcome Mike Foltynewicz back to the big league fold. He'll be back in rotation after his run at Gwinnett. Jose Barrios will pitch for the Twins. Boy, he's an electric arm. If you missed the news earlier tonight, the Braves designated Kevin Gausman for assignment, and almost immediately the Cincinnati Reds claimed him and what's left of approximately $2.5 to $3 million in salary for this year. Gausman is now a Red. Mike Foltynewicz takes Kevin's spot on the Braves roster. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And popped up. Acuna in right is there, and he's got it. Mike Soroka's through 6. Ender will lead off. Acuna and Albies to follow. The Twins bullpen's in play in a 3-1 game.
It's time for our T-Mobile connection to the game. So we told you about the moves up here. Lots of movement in the minor leagues as well. Exciting movement. 4 names you're probably familiar with by now have been promoted to AAA Gwinnett. So Ian Anderson with his .268 ERA. Tucker Davidson with his .203 ERA. Christian Pache with 47 extra base hits and an .815 OPS. And Drew Waters, who's hitting .319 with a lot of extra base hits, doubles, all 4 of those, like I said, promoted to Gwinnett from AA. You guys, those are 4 names to be very excited about.
Indeed it is, Kelsey. Bright futures ahead for those 4. As Ryan Harper, a former 37th round pick by the Braves in 2011, now pitching out of the Twins bullpen.
Loves to throw that pitch right there, curveball, about almost 60% of the time, partner.
Ryan's out of Braves country, lives in Clarksville, Tennessee in the offseason. Picked up his 4th win of the season last Friday. He threw 1 pitch. I wonder if you even have to ice after you throw 1 pitch to get a win. No? That's got to be a trainer's night off, don't you think?
I would hope. If you need ice after 1
Unless
pitch.
it was a really high exertion pitch.
Could have been.
As Ender Inciarte leads off. And takes strike. I want to correct something I said earlier about Kevin Gausman. It's procedural, but the effect is still the same. He was not designated for assignment. It was a straight waiver claim.
Yeah.
The effect is still the same. The Reds took his salary, and he became property of Cincinnati once they claimed him.
Yeah, because if he was DFA'd, then they could do for the minimum.
Right. As Ender swings and misses off speed. That is 8 strikeouts for this Minnesota pitching staff. They are feasting with off-speed stuff against Atlanta tonight.
Well, and that's what makes Harper so tough. You saw the fastball 91-92, that curveball 72. He's able to really kind of throw it from the 72 to 78 mile per hour range, and you see it. It's just, it is really, really slow.
Yeah, we were talking about that with Bert Blyleven before the game, great analyst for the Minnesota Twins. It seems that there's a pendulum swing taking place in baseball. Yes, high velocity is really, really important and still very valuable. But guys like this that throw below hitting speed, really give hitters geared for mid-90s stuff all kinds of trouble.
Well, and especially this Atlanta Braves team. You watch who the Braves beat a lot of times.
Right.
You know, the other night, Alex Wood, 89-91, gave us some trouble. Sonny Gray yesterday, a lot of off speed. I mean, he throws 95, but a lot off speed. You know, and the Braves feast on fastball, so you see these guys making that adjustment.
So as a hitter, Jeff, how does an offense counteract guys that are throwing 87, 89, 91 miles an hour?
Well, it's tough. You still can't come off the fastball. For the most part, you never can do that. You know, maybe a few guys that are really, really good can do that. But, you know, it's more of having a game plan. And these Braves hitters, it gives them trouble sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Quiet night for Acuna to this point. 3 strikeouts. This one tapped toward third. Barehanded play at third. And the scoop escapes Adrianza. And Acuna will hold it first with 1 out. So that'll be an infield hit for Ronald. That gives him a 6-game streak. And that brings the tying run to the plate for Atlanta in the form of Ozzie Albies. Didn't hit it hard, but a great try by Marwin Gonzalez, and a scoop would have had him out. Now, something else to keep in mind with Acuna. He has said if he gets on, he's thinking about running. He's got 25 stolen bases. Braves are down 2 runs. They've got Albies and Freeman coming up. Would they dare send him?
You know, I think he's going to have possibly the opportunity. You got to be careful, though. You got to make sure whether it's an off-speed pitch or something you feel with Freddie on deck right here, you don't want to run yourself into an out.
Twins play Ozzie as a pull hitter from this side of the plate. He's got virtually the entire left side of the infield to play with. See how the Braves have manufactured offense all year long, and especially since the break. This is where they've been so good. 7th inning or later. And there's that hook. It missed downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Just beginning his first season as a full-time broadcaster. These late inning comebacks are going to give him a lot of gray hair, just like his partner, if this continues.
Already got some coming in on the chin.
Want to know the count. And by the way, while we still have time, congratulations to you and your family. Very special day for Emma Kate.
First day of school, got on the bus, didn't even look back.
How'd Mom do?
Cried.
How'd Dad do?
Did okay. I had to get to the airport after. I didn't have time.
Yeah. Well, Emma Kate, congratulations.
Yep.
All the kids starting school for the first time in Braves country and around the country today. Special day. As Ozzie and Laz Diaz having a chuckle here in the 7th inning. 3-1 Minnesota.
You can tell Harper's being careful with Acuna. And Ronald, he said he's got to pick a good pitch to go on if he wants to.
That would have been a good one. Slow curve in for a strike.
And Snick gives Ronald the green light. Ronald's got the green light all the time, but every once in a while he puts the stop on. So
that one got away, and Acuna will move up. Castro missed it and then gave up on it. Acuna stopped, was frozen, now moves up. There's a break. There's a sloppy play, and Atlanta takes advantage. Acuna now in scoring position with 1 out. Pass ball. So a hit means a run here with Freddie Freeman lurking. Smoked into right field. That's a base hit. Cave comes up. They're going to wave Ronald around. The ball got by him. Ozzie's on his way to second. He'll stop there. Wise decision. It's a 3-2 game.
hanging curveball, and Ozzie jumped all over this right here, and the ball just hit so hard it bounced up on Cave. You know, he hadn't been up here long, not used to playing the outfield here. He's lucky it kind of bounced up more here when it hit him and not all the way to the wall. Ozzie might have had a triple or even scored.
A smart play by Albies to not chance it. He's in scoring position for Freddie Freeman here. And Atlanta's doing what they do. 214 runs now in the 7th inning or later. And Freeman and Donaldson, the dynamic duo up for Atlanta. And this is the part of the lineup, Jeff, where the Braves tonight have done most of their damage. Hopefully an Atlanta lead is what we'll be talking about during the stretch. It's presented by Georgia Natural Gas. If you're moving this summer, let G&G do the heavy lifting with a fixed rate for your new home. It's a base hit for Ozzie. He takes second on E9. No RBI on the play. And now Freddie Freeman will come to the plate against Ryan Harper, who got the first man on strikes but has given up back-to-back singles here in the 7th.
Yeah, with 2 outs, I think you'd see him put Freddie on, but with only 1 out, you know, it's tough to just go ahead and put Freddie on with Donaldson the way he hits and BMAC right behind him.
Freddie Freeman hit a homer his last time up, an opposite field shot, his 2nd career homer at Target Field.
Sure, he talked to him about being careful, not just giving him something to hit, but Freddie's got such a good eye that rarely is going to chase outside.
1 ball, no strikes. Twins are looking up at the scoreboard. They know that Cleveland lost today. Texas beat them 1-0. And there you see what the Braves have done in late inning play. 214 runs, 67 homers in the 7th inning or later. I wasn't too sure about that. I would imagine from a hitter's perspective, Jeff, right now it's a guessing game as far as what the strike zone is.
I think Freddie's point there is just so tough when, you know, you're sitting there and it's, you throw 2 balls really nowhere close, and then you give them probably a ball in.
And that lollipop cut on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Donaldson next. Braves are down a run. Hammered foul. He waited on that breaking ball and was still out in front, but stays alive. 2-2. One in, one on, one out, 1-run game, 7th inning. A lot of baseball left in Minneapolis tonight. And Harper comes set.
The strikeout pitch is his curveball. It's 3-2. Or if he dare tries to come in with that heater.
Well, he threw it under Freddie's hands and was called a strike. He didn't offer at it. Let's see what they do. 3-2. Crowd hushed. And here it is. Pulled foul.
He tried to come in with that heater.
Freddie Freeman has seen a ton of pitches in this game. 10 in the 1st inning. Drew a walk. He singled in the 3rd and then homered in the 5th. You're right, Jeff. That day off has him refreshed. He's had a good night at the plate.
He's seeing the ball until he's relaxed.
So again, a 3-2 for Freddie. High pop fly toward left. That's going to stay in play for Rosario. He's got it. And Freeman's the second out.
There's that curve on Freddie. Just got out in front of that. Tried to poke it that way, but just got under.
So Josh Donaldson. And Castro out to the mound. Minnesota's bullpen busy again. Duffy is out there getting ready. As Harper and Castro ponder their options, and Rocco Baldelli is going to bring on Tyler Duffy. Braves have seen him before as a starter back in 2016. He gave up 5 earned runs in an inning and a third. Braves would like similar results here as they're down to their last out in the 7th inning. Harper retires 2, gives up 2 hits and a run. Josh Donaldson versus Tyler Duffy next.
College night at SunTrust Park yet. Georgia Tech and the University of Florida, Chip's favorite school, are coming up next, August 13th and 14th. There are many more college nights in August and September as we gear up for college football season. Each ticket package comes with a game ticket and exclusive co-branded hat. I got the Clemson one. For a full lineup of 2019 college nights, go to braves.com/college nights.
Yes, you did. Clemson fans came out in good force. Hope the Gators and Georgia Techsters will do the same. As Tyler Duffy is on for the 36th time, he'll face Josh Donaldson.
And Duffy's another one here, Chip. Loves his curveball. 50% of the time, he's just 50% fastball, 50% curveball. So see if Josh gets something here.
Breaking ball, base hit. Here comes Ozzie. He's going to score. The game is tied. Josh Donaldson continues his great work in Minnesota. And the Twins bullpen, which has had its share of trouble since the break, have given up a 2-run lead. No chance for Odorizzi to win tonight's game.
I'll tell you what, it looked like Josh was sitting all over that curveball right there. I know it was a hanger, but
you throw him a pitch up there, he's going to rifle
honestly,
it.
He's lucky that ball didn't get hit out of the park the way that was up there. But great job by Josh to tie the ball game up.
So both runs belong to Harper. Duffy now will face Brian McCann. New life for Atlanta. Here we go. 7th inning magic again. Brian McCann 0 for 2 in his last 2 times up. He singled back in the 2nd inning. So a 1 for 3 night for the Braves catcher. More late inning magic for Atlanta. Donaldson a short lead. And Bryant is tied up. Twins relievers against the National League East this year. 6.99 ERA.
You see that run differential there, right there, for the Braves versus Twins. Huge advantage for Atlanta.
You got it. Keep it close. Get into the bullpen and do damage. That's the Braves' hope tonight. As this one's lifted a mile high to right. Drifting out is Arraez, and he'll make the play in shallow right. And that retires the side. Well, we hope for a comeback for Atlanta in the 7th at the stretch. That's exactly what we've got. Josh Donaldson's RBI single ties it at 3. Let's send it back to Atlanta. Public enemy number 1 in Minnesota. He's got another big hit for the Braves tonight. A game-tying single in the 7th inning. That makes it a 3-3 score. So Mike Soroka is back out there for Atlanta. And Charlie Culberson is going to take over for Atlanta in right field. Ender Inciarte has left the game with quad tightness. His left quad has tightened up tonight, so Acuna will move from right to center. Charlie Culberson will take over in right field. Mike Soroka back to work. Bottom part of the order for the Twins. Arraez has the big hit for Minnesota, a 2-run 4th inning single. The 4th of 4 consecutive 2-out hits in that inning.
And his was the hard hit one that drove in too. Mike was trying to go in, left it out and up.
Very economical night for Soroka. 78 pitches, 3 strikeouts for him. And this one's lifted toward Acuna. He'll drift back, takes a peek at that wall, and backs to the edge of the track. That's out number 1. 5 straight retired by Mike after the Kepler home run. 3-3 game. Soroka doing what you love to see him do so often. Never panics. Don't know if he's up 3, down 3. He just keeps making pitches. Talk about the American League game from this standpoint. You don't have to worry about double switches. You just can ride your pitcher until it's time to make a move.
That's the, even as a manager, sure, for Snit, you're still going to be into the game doing it, but at least you get a little bit of a mental break as far as worrying about double switches, that kind of stuff.
All of a sudden, with Ender going out with that quad problem, Braves are looking down the barrel of some real significant injuries. You're already without Dansby Swanson. You're already without Nick Markakis. Now, if Ender has a quad problem that may cost him a day or two. Where do the Braves go if Ender has to miss some time?
One of those guys that just got called up in AAA, I guess.
Yeah, Waters and Pache, Anderson and Davidson all got called up from AA to AAA.
With no August, trade now, this is what you got.
That's it. That's pitch call the ball, and it's astounding. Mike has not gotten that pitch tonight. Adrianza walks with one out. Fox Tracks had it clipping the bottom of the zone. It came over the plate, a strike. So for Soroka, that is his first and only walk tonight. And here's Castro. He singled and was thrown out trying to stretch it to a double. Great throw by Acuna, nailed him. That's a big play in this game. You know why? Kepler followed with a home run. And even the board, Braves would still be down a run. This has been a Mike Soroka-like game with the economy with which he has pitched, but it's not a ground ball festival that we've been accustomed to seeing from Soroka.
No, it's been more fly balls, but at the same time, I think some of these fly balls, it's gotten, some easy fly balls. It's not like it's been deep.
Right.
It's a team that, like you said, tries to hit home runs. It's their MO.
And you look at the splits for Mike. Batting average against on ground balls, 234. On fly balls, 141. That's your point. When they hit it in the air, it's usually off the end of the bat. He's ahead of Castro. Ball and 2 strikes. Cave is next. Adrianza draws a throw to first.
I see Mike hit these next 2 guys with Max Kepler coming up third this inning. See Luke Jackson warming up down in the bullpen. I don't know if Brian Snitker's going to want Kepler to see him 4 times in a row.
Downstairs, ball 2. Soroka retired the first 11 Twins in order. They got him for 2 runs in the 4th inning. Kepler hit that 5th inning home run. Since Mike has retired, 5 of the last 6. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out, tie game. Full count. So 2 straight misses has Castro in the driver's seat. You've got Cave waiting next. What will Mike come up with here? Runner goes. Pitch is rolled toward first. Freddie's got it. They stay out of the double play. There's a soft ground ball. 2 outs. Cave versus Soroka with the go-ahead run in scoring position. That is the 7th ground ball out earned by Soroka in the game. He's gotten Cave on the ground and in the catcher's glove, so he's 0 for 2. All of Minnesota's runs have come with 2 outs so far in the game. Enough is enough of that. Jake Cave out of Hampton, Virginia. downstairs. Jake Cave made a big debut as a Minnesota Twin last May. On the 19th, hit a home run in his first game against Freddie Peralta. Another big moment for him here in a tie game. The pitch outside. Not happy with that. Cave last year hit 13 home runs for Minnesota. Played in 91 games. So he's a dangerous man in a dangerous park. Game as good as advertised. My partner said this might have been the best pitching matchup in the big leagues. It's lived up to it. Odorizzi and Soroka. Ground ball right at Freddie. He's going to scoop it up. And Mike Soroka is through 7 with a tie. Boy, he has pitched a great game. Atlanta's offense has brought him back even. They'll try to take the lead in the 8th. Well, Target Field in Minneapolis featured Mike Soroka and Jake Odorizzi, and these two right-handers, both all-stars, showed you why tonight. Odorizzi gave up 1 run in 6 innings, struck out 7. Mike Soroka gave up 3 runs in 7 innings, and for the most part kept the Twins under control. Braves got the game-tying runs in the 7th inning. Acuna and Albies scored. Josh Donaldson with 2 hits, and Mike Soroka all smiles, as you'd expect, Jeff, as he's kept the Braves in this game with 93 scintillating pitches.
Yeah, great night for Mike. Had a little bit of bad luck that first inning. In the 4th inning, Nelson Cruz, couple soft balls, but all in all, what another great night for him. Kept the Braves in the game at 3-1. They scored 2, now 3-3, and you're at the part you want. This is where the Braves love to come back.
Trevor May is the next Twins reliever. They got him in a deal from the Phillies after the 2012 season. He's given up 3 runs against the East this year. Fastball, curve, slider, change, and an occasional sinker. Did you face this guy?
I think so.
First man up is Adam Duvall, and he takes ball 1. And he's given up just 7 earned runs in his last 11 appearances. And with that 4-seam fastball, it's off and up. So, Jeff, I would assume the same game plan that applied to Odorizzi applies to May. Make him get the ball down.
Yeah, reliever coming in too. Make him throw a strike.
Duvall digs in. And That's called a strike at 97. It was a strike. Ooh, that was a little low. 3-1. He's a big dude, 6'5", 240. Out of Longview, Washington.
Let's see now, 3-1. Adam gets started early.
Instead, it's ball 4, leadoff walk late. Here's where the Braves get the claws out. Matt Joyce is coming up. Leadoff walks late. Usually score unless they don't. Let's see if Joyce can do what his job description entails. He is the Braves' designated hitter tonight. Jeff Francoeur, the last Braves DH to hit a home run in interleague play.
It's a good matchup for Matt right here, too.
It was right here.
May likes to throw some fastballs. Matt's a good fastball hitter.
Kind of rare to see May issue a walk. He's only walked 5 guys now in those last 11-12 games. So May can pay for that lack of command. So all night long we've been talking about how the Twins haven't been throwing many stiff fastballs at the Atlanta hitters. Well, they're going to see some now against this guy. 97, 98. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pop fly that's headed into the seats. A good crowd gathered for us tonight. 26,722. 2 more games to follow tomorrow night and then Wednesday afternoon. We'll join you at 12:30 on Wednesday with Braves Live. 7:30 here tomorrow night Eastern Time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All over it. Foul back.
You can see that's his pitch right now. He's rearing back and throwing it.
And snapped an 0 for 12 with that 4th inning single. Camargo and Culberson to follow with Adam Duvall at first base. Adam can run well, and he draws the throw. Mike Soroka still has a chance to win this game if the Braves push across a run in the 8th. Mark Melanson's getting ready. The pitch. Check swing. And we'll do it again. Momentum in the Braves dugout. They've come back and have scored the last 2 runs in the game. They're threatening again in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Pulled a string. So Joyce is retired. Here's Camargo. 1 on, 1 out.
After seeing 98 pull the string on an 88, that was a good pitch.
Camargo's fly to left twice. Ground ball to second. 1, 2. Top of the order in the bottom of the 8th. 3-3 game. In their last series against the Reds, the Braves picked up 29 hits. That gives you fans 29% off tickets for the remaining 2019 regular season games. It's a limited edition flash sale starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. and ends at midnight Wednesday, August 7th. For more information, go to braves.com/hits. Mike Soroka out after 7 innings and 93 pitches. Tie game, and the top of the order coming up for Minnesota. Mark Melancon is on now. 44 games with the Giants and the Braves.
Mark's thrown one appearance for the Braves the other night. Walking a hit. Got out of the inning okay.
He has said one reason for his turnaround in the month of July is new grip on his cutter, and he's moved on the mound. Different positioning for his feet, which means different angles for his pitches. We'll see if those pay off against Kepler, Polanco, and Cruz. Three very dangerous hitters, a 31 homer, 17 homer, and 30 homer man coming up. And Mark, as he likes to do, covers up the pitcher's plate. Melancon, a three-time All-Star. We'll try to mow down Minnesota. And Max Kepler, who homered to straightaway center his last time up. Looked like a strike. I guess it sounded like a ball. 1-0 the count. Off McCann's face mask. That kind of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Twins this year 16-10 in one-run games. They play a lot of close ones. 2 games under 500 against the National League. Never seen Mark head-to-head. And the 1-1 pitch is on the way. Top of the zone again, called a ball. So the same rule applies here as applied to Mr. May. Want to issue a leadoff walk. Now with this part of the order up.
No, you don't. Same time, it's a tough pitch right here. Want to just groove him one. He throws that cutter away.
And Kepler steps out. 29 of his 31 homers have come out of this leadoff spot. 8 homers in his last 15 games, so be careful here. Good sinker.
Back over the plate a little bit. Let's see if he goes right back out there. Try to strike him out. Cut her away.
He struck him out.
I'll say this. It's the one pitch to lefties, though, he's been given all night is that outside corner. All night. Maybe not up, maybe not down, maybe not in, but that outside corner. You're going to do that, go right back to it.
You bet. Here's Polanco 0 for 3, 3 ground outs tonight.
Not to mention, you stay out that way, make it difficult for them to be able to pull one to the right field seats.
Not too far inside for an even count. Mets have come back in game 2 of that doubleheader. They're beating Miami 5-4 in the 9th. They won game 1 6-2. The Mets are rolling. They'll win game 2. They'll win 11 out of 12.
He just did it. One final.
Pitch. We will see the Mets when we come home. These are going to be 3 heavyweight fights at SunTrust Park. 29% off tickets at homestand. The Mets, the Dodgers, and Miami coming in. Long August homestand for the Braves. Hope you'll make your plans to join us at SunTrust Park. As Polanco down to his last strike in the 8th inning of a tie game.
He's got him looking on a curveball, swinging on a curveball.
Wow, the old get off me ball. He hit that ball just before it hit him.
I got between his legs. Now I'm painting that cutter away right here. Go off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes. So no chase. 2-2, far enough. See if Mark can finish him off right here. Ground ball, Camargo to his right. He's got it. Quick release, close play, and just in time.
Good job by Johan getting rid of that ball quick. He waits even half a second. He's safe.
So here's Nelson Cruz. 14 homers since the All-Star break. 10 homers away from 400. 12 homers in his last 15 games. Again, like the Braves, Boom squad for Minnesota loaded up 1 through 9. Here's their designated hitter. Broke up Soroka's perfect game bid with an infield single in the 4th. The first of 4 straight hits that led to their first 2 runs. He was in launch mode and didn't get it.
Mark's trying to go away there and missed over the plate, but throw too many of those to Nelson.
Duvall very deep in left. The pitch. Remember, it's Duvall, Acuna, and Culberson left to right. Ender Inciarte left with left quad tightness, which means Charlie Culberson will lead off the 9th inning for Atlanta. Culberson, Acuna, and Albies, the first 3 hitters scheduled. 1-1 pitch. Chase it.
Well, that's the great thing with the Braves scoring those runs and bringing up so many guys in the 7th. They were able to flip around the lineup. 9-1-2, and if someone gets on, you get Freddie and Donaldson coming up. Who you want in the 9th?
Two balls, 1 strike. One more of those, and that'll be in business.
That's the location you wanted that first pitch. Cutter starts right in the outer part of the plate and breaks off. For righty, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
You can see the cap of Melanson just saturated with perspiration. The pitch. Swing and a miss. No sweat for Melanson. He just struck out 2 of the top 3 hitters on the Twins lineup card. 1, 2, 3 and out. We go to the 9th inning. Culberson, Acuna, and Albies coming up. In Minneapolis, 3-3 after 8 before the Braves take the lead. Let's enjoy a quick word from your local Chevy dealer.
Visit your Georgia Drive Chevy dealer before August 20th for a chance to win a meet and greet with Jeff Francoeur.
Mark Melanson, 2 strikeouts and a perfect, bottom of the 8th inning. And now it's Charlie Culberson's first at bat of the night. May is back out there for the Twins. Trevor will walk, a strikeout, and double play in the 8th. And yes, it is after 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
so.
well, and between Charlie, Ronald, and Ozzie, you got your 3 speed guys here, so you can get a couple of them on. You can really make something happen on the base pass.
Fly ball center. Kepler retreats. He's going to have room for out number 1. So to the top we go. Here's Ronald Acuna. An infield hit. Took second on a pass ball. And then scored on Albies hit and the error in right. He's in scoring position, as you know. And sitting on 27 home runs. Reynolds hit 11 home runs this year against breaking balls and off-speed stuff. Didn't pull the trigger on that one. Getting over a strike. Let's see what he gets behind in the count here.
Change up right there, split.
Swing and a line drive into left field. There's a base hit. And you know what Acuna's thinking about after a 2-hit night? He's thinking about stolen base number 26. 102 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, last time up, Braves were down 3-1. Same situation, 1 out. He didn't go. Ended up getting a second on a pass ball, but here I would expect him to maybe be a little bit more aggressive, although it's tough. May throws a lot of fastballs.
He also has a little hesitation move at the top of his leg kick. Might give him an extra step. But Ozzie swings the first one and drives it toward left center field. Kepler on the run, still going to the track. He makes the catch. Acuna's going to tag. He's going to move up to second and slide in safely. So take your pick, Rocco Baldelli. You've got Freddie Freeman. You've got Josh Donaldson. And you've got the go-ahead run at second and 2 outs. Freddie Freeman has hit a home run tonight. It came in the 5th. Jeff, it's our StatCast AI powered by AWS.
Yeah, it wasn't the hardest ball Freddie's hit, but he's so strong. Ball's up in the zone, and he got right under it, and you saw they were just thinking about walking him right there. Rocco Baldelli was looking at Castro, and they're going to pitch to him. So like you said, I'm sure they have the numbers what Josh Donaldson's done here, and that's got to be playing into it a little bit, but still, I'd be very careful if I was them right here.
Well, the numbers for Josh Donaldson against Trevor May are eye-popping. Freddie Freeman has not seen this man. Josh Donaldson is 6 for 7 with 4 doubles and a homer against May.
Well, yeah, now I see maybe why they're pitching for Freddie. Still, I think going to be a mistake, but yeah. Gosh.
That's why I said earlier, it's pick your poison. No balls and a strike. Go ahead run at second. Acuna, who can fly, and the pitch. Just like that, it's 0-2.
That's video game numbers. 6 for 7, 4 doubles and a home run.
An .857 average and .1857 slugging. But we're not to Donaldson yet. Freeman's got to protect the plate, down 2 strikes. Go ahead run at second, 2 outs in the 9th. And the pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. He chased it, and May got out of it. 2 scoreless innings for Mr. May. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. We're still tied. Today is August 20th, and it features that man, Ronald Acuna Jr. Those t-shirts are available through the Braves T-Shirt Tuesdays ticket package. Quantities are limited. Go to Braves.com and get all the information. Bottom of the 9th inning now, 3-3 game. Chris Martin is on to pitch. He'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters on the Twins lineup card. Martin pitched a scoreless inning in his Braves debut with a strikeout. Big crowd here making some noise with Rosario, Gonzalez, and Arraez coming up. Of all the Twins on their active roster, the only man with a base hit against him is Nelson Cruz, who's 1 for 4. Everybody else in very small sample size, 0 for 1, 0 for 2. Rosario will lead off. He has not faced Chris Martin.
I saw the job Melanson did last inning. Martin get a chance here. That's why we went and got those guys at the deadline. The type of teams you're going to be playing in October.
And these type of games. And this one's been a good one. Rosario leads off. He singled and scored back in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. Another dangerous man, 23 home run hitter. First pitch skied to the left side and slicing into the stands. Tell you what, they have 27,000 fans here tonight, but they are loud. This stadium holds the noise, doesn't it?
Yeah, as you said, when you think about it, the outfield goes straight up. Probably just echoes.
So strike 1 to Rosario. Gonzalez and Arraez coming up next. Braves have not led in this game. Minnesota led it 2-0, 2-1, 3-1 before the Braves tied it in the 7th inning. Ryan Harper, the former Brave farmhand, surrendered the game-tying runs. It's a battle of the bullpens now. Melanson and Martin. Ball 2. Twins don't do an awful lot of running. Rosario, though, is an opportunistic base stealer. He's swiped 3 bags. Let's not worry about that. See him hit it into the shift. 3 defenders right side against him. Good pitch. He went to a knee.
Great pitch. Uses aggressiveness. 2-1 count. Had one thing on his mind on that swing. Ending the game. Good slider.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Little cue shot. Martin's going to have to hurry. And he got his man. Good play. 1 out. Is he all right? Little grimace from Martin as he makes his way back to the front slope of the mound.
I think he's fine. I think he just had to move quick. Rosario, who can run hard. Martin, big tall guy, had to reach down and get it, but good throw. That was one of those that you could see thrown in the outfield too. Good changeup.
So 1 out. Here's Marwin Gonzalez, infield hit. A line out to left and a fly out to right. Hello, ball 1. When we get to the 10th, Donaldson, McCann, and Duvall are coming up for the Braves. Even count. Chris Martin has pitched now in 4 career games against the Twins, covering 4 1/3 innings. He's given up just 2 hits. It's a little advantage for him. He's seen these guys before, at least some of them. 1-1 count. A little late into the seats.
I think you see what the Braves liked about Martin here. 95 with his fastball, really good changeup. You saw the one he got Rosario. And then like that, the 1-0 pitch to Gonzalez, just a little slider over the plate. He's got 3+ pitches.
And he's so big, so tall.
I was just saying he's thrown from what, 6'7", 6'8".
So a different look out of the Braves bullpen. Chris Martin now ahead. Marwin Gonzalez.
All right, all right. Shout out to the zombie man down in the dugout. And Mondo, a Mexican for Golovkin. Your moderator on duty is A-Bomb. I'm the Bone Crusher, and it's sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. Click on Sports Fans.
Chris ready with his 10th pitch. No, he's not.
Bottom 9th, 3-3. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch.
Little roller hit towards second. Ozzy's going to charge that one, and that's the second out.
All right.
Ground ball outs. That's always a good idea in this homer happy place. And here's Rise, the American League's leading hitter among rookies. Came in with a .353 batting average.
This guy's going to get a running start when he swings.
You lose a point on your average, that tells you you're having a heck of a year.
That's like Tony Gwynn all the time.
Right.
I like to see like a Happy Gilmore swing.
It's tough to go 1 for 3 and see your average go down.
Get a running start.
And a little low, ball 1.
97 on the gun.
Most of the power for the Twins is in their top 5 hitters. Rise has a couple of bombs. Adrianza has 4. Castro has 11. Cave has 2. We're in a spot where one swing of the bat could end it. Martin's hoping to see a 10th inning. When we get there, Donaldson, McCann, and Duvall are coming up, as I said a moment ago.
You know what you like, even we can find a way to get to the 10th, even the 11th is, you know, our bullpen has only used 2 guys. They've going on their 4th or 5th now, coming up next inning.
Two balls and a strike.
The first place Twins versus the first place Braves. Twins have 69 wins. The Braves have 66 wins.
Luis Arraez with 2 outs. This is a 2-1 count. Broken bat, little bloop. That's going to drop in for a second hit. So he started at .353. He's 2 for 4. His average is going to go up now.
Yeah, tough. It's a good pitch right there.
And it won't be Adrianza, but it's going to be Miguel Sano. Again, the Twins went with a left-handed and switch-hitting lineup tonight. And now they have one of the biggest hitters in baseball coming off the bench. Sano hitting .238 with 18 homers, 39 RBIs. This is only his 3rd pinch hit assignment of the season.
As you can say, he hasn't had the year he wanted to right now, but you see the fans right now. They love him here. You can see why. I mean, he's a big human being.
That last hit was
2 for his last 19 at the plate.
That last hit was a duck snort.
And hitting just .179 in his home park.
Nice.
This is the all NFL matchup right
0-1.
here. Right tackle versus a tight end. And Sano is truly a mountain of a man.
I'm all for Martin at 6'8", but he might get broken half, right?
I think Chip wants to climb that mountain.
272. Here's the tail of the tape for Miguel Sano, who's 25 years old. Swing, fly ball, deep center field. It's a walk-off. Pinch hit homer, high above the batter's eye.
Well, shit. That's a final in Minnesota, guys. Two-run walk-off, pinch hit home run.
First pinch hit homer of the year for Sano. Rocco Baldelli played the right card at the right time, and he hit an absolute monster shot off the facade of the upper deck above the batter's eye. And Minnesota wins game 1 5-3 with their last out of the game.
And Mark threw good tonight, too. Made one mistake right there, and we talk about it. One mistake can cost you, and right there, a hanging slider to Sano that ball hit the facade in center field.
So the Minnesota Twins, the homer happy club with more homers than any other team, got 2 of them tonight, Kepler and Sano. And this last mammoth blast was the final nail in the coffin. Coors Light, refreshing finish. Terrific outing for Mike Soroka. A no decision. He's still 6-0 on the road. Braves fall to 66-48. It'll be Fultonevich and Barrios in Game 2 tomorrow. We'll recap Game 1 for you on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity Next.
Well, there you go, guys. That was a shitty ending. But you know what? We're going to probably see a lot more games like that in the playoffs. That's just a taste of what it's going to be like. Hey, tomorrow night, A-Bomb's got the reaction. That is a 7:10 Central, 8:10 Eastern time start, I do believe, for the first pitch. So we'll get him back tomorrow night. So if you haven't subscribed to A-Bomb, just hit the information button in the top right of your screen, and it's that picture of the Unabomber. So yeah, go subscribe to the Unabomber, and he'll have the game for you tomorrow. It's been sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. I want to thank everyone in the dugout for coming by tonight. Mexican for Golovkin, Mondo, our new buddy Reed Ferris. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, Reed, if you haven't already. And subscribe to A-Bomb's channel as well. And he'll have the game for you tomorrow night. And he'll be doing the reaction. Normally, we just react. This is maybe once a week we'll play the radio broadcast. But usually you're just going to get either myself, or A-Bomb reacting. So that's the normal method of operation for the new folks in here. Zombie Man, thanks for stopping by. Who else was here? We had a good crowd for the radio version. All right, guys. I will see you on the flip side. I'll be in the dugout tomorrow night. Yeah. Oxbow FTW is in the dugout saying it's Sano, not Sammy. Well, either way, it was a slammy. Well, it was a home run. That's it. It's over. It's done. That sucks, Oxbow. But we're gonna get him tomorrow night, guys. All right, it's the Bone Crusher. Peace out.